They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. However, in the case of what Trader Vic did, I don't know if it was flattery so much as plagiarism. Either way, he made some good drinks, so I don't care. Hello and welcome back to the Cocktail Alchemist, and today we are moving on to the second book in our 3-book series this summer. And we're starting today with Smuggler's Cove. So the first cocktail in Smuggler's Cove is called the Aku-Aku. And it is a play off the Missionary's Downfall, which I know we already covered here. But I actually think I prefer the Aku-Aku a little bit more. I don't know, there's just something about it that just pleases me a little bit more than the Missionary's Downfall does. They're both great cocktails, but I just happen to be on the side of Trader Vic at this point. I'll show you how to make it now. So to start off, we've got about 5 1-inch chunks of pineapple, and we're going to set them aside because we're not going to put them in yet. What we're actually going to put in first is about 2 sprigs worth of mint leaves. And the reason we put the mint on the bottom and why I didn't put the pineapple in yet is this will prevent us from shredding the mint too much. The pineapple will act as a sort of buffer between the muddler and the mint. Now we can add the pineapple. As well as since I always say to add sugar when you're muddling things, we're going to add half an ounce of a Demerara sugar syrup. Now we're just going to press this very lightly. Again, you don't want to muddle the mint. And one thing that I always see bartenders do that I hate, you don't twist the muddler when you're muddling. Just press down. That's all you need to do. You're not trying to shred it up. Why give it so much force? Now we can go in to the rest of the cocktail. And we'll start off with lime juice. And in that, we are going to do a full ounce of lime juice. These limes are very dry. Your mind. I need another lime. Luckily I got half of one that I used earlier. Alright, so 1 ounce of lime juice. Preferably don't have it explode all over you like mine just did. Then we're going to do half an ounce of our peach liqueur. In this case, I'm using schnapps, but the original recipe called for creme de pêche. But schnapps is what I have on hand, and I quite enjoy them, so we'll use them. And finally, we're going to do 1.5 ounces of a blended, lightly aged rum. So Plantaray is actually perfect for this cocktail. You get more Plantaray soon. Now then, today we're using a Hamilton Beach drink mixer, and when I use one of these, I normally put the cup in first, and then I add the ice, because I don't use crushed ice with these drinks. So I add the ice secondarily so that I'm not fighting to get the agitator blades in. No, instead I'm struggling to grab the ice with my tongs here. You don't need too much ice. And now you just blend it for a little bit. Oh, and switch outlets. What's great about the Hamilton Beach What's great about the Hamilton Beach, I didn't want to talk over the whirring of the blades, is that it'll make foam like you've never seen before. It's absolutely incredible. And we're going to use a large Hawthorne strainer and a fine mesh strainer just to double strain everything. Give me that nice, clean cocktail. It's a nice healthy wash line too. And to garnish, I'm literally just going to float a mint leaf on top. Slap it, wake it up, and just drop it in there. And there you guys go, the Aku-Aku. Let's give this guy a taste. Yes. So, the peach schnapps actually gives it a nice spice to it. Like that schnapsy flavor that you get with like peach schnapps, peppermint schnapps. You just don't really get that flavor from a regular peach liqueur. And I actually like that. The lime juice is adding a nice bit of bitterness, and the demerara syrup is balancing that out. The mint and the pineapple are so fresh, and you can just look at that foam with the pineapple. You'd only get that with an egg white outside of this. And then that rum, man, it's adding a nice funk to this. Yeah, this is probably my favorite cocktail that I've featured so far. All right, with that, have a great night. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.